Hey, welcome to the Desert Brew. Actually, I'm not gonna perform. You don't want me to perform. Not perform, but we're at the Coachella Valley Brewing Company today. I'm not gonna perform, but we are gonna find out about the brewing process here. This is a local organization. You gotta support them. Amazing process, amazing beers, and you end up better than a gift shop in a tap room. You see that? Hey, welcome to the Desert Brew. I'm Gene, and this is Eric Beaton. How are you, man?
Good, how you doing?
Coachella Valley Brewing Company. Why am I here? They ran out of vodka. No, kidding. Just kidding. No, really. I just started drinking beer. It's new for me. Anybody who watches the show knows that I'm a tequila guy or vodka guy, but with this weather, it's all about a nice cold beer.
That's right.
So I thought, if I'm gonna drink it, I need to learn about it. This is the guy. This is the guy that does all the brewing here, Coachella Valley Brewing Company. At the end of this, we got a tasting room. It's not a tasting room, it's a
Tap room.
tap room. Tap room. Not like wine, tap room. You're the pro. What are you gonna show me first?
Well, we're gonna start at the beginning of the process, which starts with the grain.
Okay. Beer is always grain, or it's rice, or
So beer is typically mostly barley.
Okay.
We do use other grains like wheat. We can use some rye. We can use oats, depending on what we want in the finished product.
okay. And you use what here?
Primarily barley,
Okay.
but we do use a little bit of wheat, a little bit of oats, some rye in one of our IPAs, and occasionally corn.
And rice would be like Japanese beer, maybe?
Yeah, if you're going to use like a
Okay.
Japanese lager, you're going to use some rice in there.
Okay. All right. I like it. So this is where it all begins.
So this is where everything starts. This is what we call our mill room. Over on the left is our mill. See, it's got a couple rollers in there that spin around and they grind up that whole grain into kind of like a mixture of flour and coarse grain. That's going to allow us to extract the sugars from that grain and make beer. So this is our base malt, which is a 2-row barley. You can
So
see
so that's going to turn into beer.
So this is going to turn into beer. Well, there's a lot more that goes into making beer,
All right.
but yeah, you definitely could.
All right. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, so these barley kernels, they're going to go through this mill.
Okay.
They're going to get ground up, and then there's this auger that kind of moves it over into this container over here, which we call our grist case. And that's just kind of like a holding vessel. So I get all the grain that I need milled for whatever beer I'm making today, and then it's going to stay there until I'm ready to move to the next part of the process.
Does it grind it into a powder, or just grinds it into like a finer? I mean, because I guess I'd get stuck in your teeth, right, if it was that big.
Yeah. So there's gonna be some flour in there, but it's
Okay.
mostly gonna be like broken up bits.
Broken up bits. Okay, cool. I love it. What's next?
So from here, you can see this other white pipe going through here. That's another auger that's gonna bring us over to the brew system.
Wait, how does it travel through there? Like air or a vacuum or something?
It's an auger, so there's like a kind of like a spring in there that spins,
Okay,
and it
okay.
just moves the grain along
So it
all the
pushes
way
it.
through. Yeah, pushes it through.
All right, so we follow the auger.
So we can follow that over to the brew system where most of the magic is done.
Grain gets pulled over.
Augers over into here.
Okay.
And then it's going to come down through this pipe right here, and there's also a water pipe on the other side, so I
Okay.
can blend water into there at a specific temperature, because with brewing, you're trying to unlock enzymes that are in the grain, and that's
Okay.
going to help break down like starches into smaller sugars, because the yeast needs those smaller sugars. That's what it feeds on
Okay.
to make alcohol. Now, so we actually have a giant boiler in that room over there that
Okay.
creates steam for us, and all these tanks are jacketed with steam, so I can turn that steam on and it'll heat things up.
So let me ask you. So you've been doing this for 10 years. You guys have been open.
This place has been open for 10 years.
10 years. Is it trial and error in the beginning? I mean, how do you know, or do you come with experience? How do you know how, I mean, it sounds super basic, but how much steam, how long, how to grind it? Like, how does a brewery start? If I decided tomorrow I'm going to go open the Desert Brew, dun dun dun.
There's a Desert Brewing Company.
Oh, okay, we had the name first. Go ahead.